only an incompetent buffoon like Joe Biden could enable this to happen. And we actually see a picture over here in the corner. An ad came up that's showing some trending stuff. This is on the New York Post. We see a picture of Gabby Petito here. That was the young blonde woman who disappeared. The boyfriend was hiding at the parents' house. Then he wasn't hiding at the parents' house. Now they're looking for him. Well, they found her body in Wyoming. The FBI at least believe it's her body. So we don't know what happened yet. We don't know what craziness went down, but whatever it is, she probably didn't deserve to get murdered. Hopefully there's some sort of explanation, but at this point, I can't see how there is. But let's get to this. Armed Taliban fighters seen riding pedal boats. This was the picture you saw in the intro. With the bazookas, armed Taliban fighters seen riding pedal boats on lake in Afghanistan. And yes, there are lakes in Terrorist Disneyland, Afghanistan. There are lakes in Afghanistan, and the Taliban is floating on their floaties, sipping on gin and juice, without a care in the world. Courtesy of Joe Biden and the U.S. government. All of these things, they put money in the pocket of China. They do. All of these things, this incompetence, it puts money in big business, the people who have to clean up this mess, and in the pockets of the elites, people like Joe Biden benefit from Joe Biden's incompetence. Is it intentional? Is it dementia? It could be either, because either they're both plausible answers. I always joked for years now, last year or 2 or 3, that Joe Biden, he's not actually senile. He's pretending, so that when all of this comes crashing down and the feds or whoever, because we don't even trust the feds anymore, whoever comes in to arrest him, he can be like, it's Jello pudding day, and not go to jail because he's lost his mind, when in fact, he didn't lose his mind. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's pretending so that he can keep himself out of jail, but nah, he's probably out of his mind. He's probably pooping in a diaper. That's when he's stuttering. He's he's pooping at that moment. But I digress. Let's do a little reading. This is by Jackie Salo, New York Post. Armed Taliban fighters seen riding pedal boats on lake in Afghanistan. They're taking their favorite weapons out on the water. More than 24 Taliban fighters armed with rocket launchers and assault rifles were seen riding in colorful swan-themed pedal boats at Band-e-Amir National Park in the eastern Bamiyan province of Afghanistan Saturday. In one of the photos shared to Twitter by reporter Jape Hanrahan, a Taliban fighter appears to be aiming a rocket-powered grenade. The deep blue lakes in the heart of the country had been considered a relative safe haven before the militant group's takeover last month. Quote, "This park serves as an icon for the identity of the Afghan people, for essentially a beacon of stability for 3 decades of chaos that they went through." Alex Degan, formerly with the the Wildlife Conservation Society, told CNN back in 2019. James Wilcox, founder of the UK-based tour company Untamed Borders, said that it had once been safe enough to bring visiting groups. Look at that. Look at that. Those paddle boats that they're on, they look like they have like little swan heads in the front. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what that is, if they're made to look like swans. This looks like Terrorist Disneyland. Seriously. Every time we take people to Band-e-Amir, they have a great day, Wilcox told CNN at the time. Most people's impression of Afghanistan is that it's dry desert full of just war and terror and misery and fundamentalism, whereas all those things exist, but lots of other things exist as well. The general sort of banality of life doesn't happen on the news, but it goes on all around us. This picture, this clear blue water, it actually looks really nice. I'd love to swim in there. Not with those armed terrorists in their swan boats, but, and there's a pink and there's yellow ones, there's white and pink ones, there's blue ones. It's so cute. It's so cute. They can get a nice day out on the water relaxing, screaming Allah Akbar while shooting their assault weapons into the sky, taking a load off from their difficult day terrorizing, courtesy of their sponsor, Joe Biden. Afghanistan's new rulers have seen growing conflict, even with the even more extreme ISIS-K, which have a stronghold in the eastern Nangarhar province. Explosions on Saturday in the city of Jalalabad left 3 dead, at least some of whom were Taliban members. Protests are also occurring across the country in response to the Taliban's new ban on girls returning to school. There's that picture. There it is in their little swan boat. Allah Akbar Johnny with his bazooka aimed toward the sky. Hurrah! No, not good. Not good at all. We shouldn't be looking at this picture. It is really sick and twisted, but it's part of the bizarre alternate reality, the Twilight Zone, the episode of Sliders that we are all currently stuck in, folks. That's what it is. We're stuck in it. We're absolutely stuck in it. We live in a world, folks. We live in a world that's been turned upside down. 20 years of effort in Afghanistan turned upside down. The border turned upside down. National security turned upside down. Our military has gone woke. It's been turned upside down. Our reputation upside down. Our allegiance to our citizenry, our government's allegiance to the citizenry. Was it even ever there? That's a good question. Our relationship with our allies turned upside down. Our relationship with our enemies, even worse. We've become submissive puppy dogs, while a new axis of evil between China, Iran, and Russia develop. And we can't even take our president seriously, our leaders seriously, our Secretary of State, our Defense Secretary. They're all shysters, scam artists, snake oil salesmen. They're all full of shice.